A boy dreams of being a hero. His cynical, super-powered future self travels back in time with one goal: to kill him for that foolish ideal. This is the stunning, brutal paradox at the heart of Fate Slay Night. The story throws us into the Fifth Holy Grail War, a secret battle royale between 7 mages and their summoned heroic spirits. Our entry point is Shiru Emiya, a high schooler who stumbles into this magical war and accidentally summons the legendary saber. But Shiru isn't your typical hero. He's driven by a borrowed, half-baked ideal to save everyone, a promise he made to his late father. This isn't noble. It's a deeply unhealthy obsession, a void he's trying to fill. And the show makes it clear this path leads only to self-destruction. Let's get this out of the way first. The animation by Studio Ufotable is not just good, it's a genre-defining spectacle. Every single fight is a jaw-dropping showcase of fluid motion, blinding particle effects, and choreography that feels like it has real weight and impact. The prologue fight between Archer and Lancer alone has a higher budget than entire seasons of other shows. This isn't just an adaptation. It's a visual love letter to the source material, meticulously crafted to be the most dazzling version of itself. It's pure, unadulterated eye candy that genuinely elevates the entire experience. I know many people find Shiru Emiya frustrating, and honestly, they're right. He's stubborn, reckless, and his logic can be infuriatingly naive. But that is the entire point of his character arc in this route. He's not a hero. He's a boy possessed by the ghost of an ideal he doesn't truly understand. His journey in Unlimited Blade Works isn't about becoming a hero, but about confronting the beautiful, tragic emptiness of his dream. He has to be broken down and find a reason to fight for himself, not for a hollow concept. Thankfully, we have Rin Tosaka, who feels like the true protagonist for much of the show. She's a brilliant, pragmatic, and powerful mage who stands in perfect contrast to Shiru's reckless idealism. While Shiru is busy trying to save everyone, Rin is focused on actually winning the war. Her sharp wit and competence anchor the story, and her partnership with Shiru creates a fantastic dynamic. She's not just a love interest, she's his teacher, his rival, and often the only thing keeping him alive. The show is as much her story as it is his. And then there's Archer, cloaked in red, dripping with sarcasm, and impossibly cool. He is the philosophical core of this story. From the moment he appears, he despises Shiru's ideals, calling them childish and hypocritical. He believes the path of a hero leads only to despair and regret, and he speaks from a place of bitter experience. His constant clashes with Shiru aren't just physical, they're brutal verbal assaults on his entire worldview. Archer's mysterious identity and his tragic motivations make him one of the most compelling characters in the entire Fate franchise. This brings us to the show's central question. Is an ideal still beautiful if it's impossible to achieve? Shiru believes that the dream of saving everyone is worthwhile, even if he fails. Archer, on the other hand, knows the price of that dream and has come to see it as a curse. This isn't a simple good versus evil story. It's a deeply personal battle between youthful idealism and the crushing weight of reality. It asks you whether it's better to hold onto a beautiful lie or accept a painful truth, and it never gives an easy answer. While the focus is squarely on Shiru, Rin, and Archer, the supporting cast adds incredible texture to the world. Saber, though taking a step back from her role in the Fate route, is still a powerful and noble presence, struggling with her own past. Lancer is the definition of a bro, a charismatic and honorable warrior trapped with a terrible master. Even villains like Castor are given moments of surprising humanity and tragic depth. These characters make the Holy Grail War feel like a genuine conflict with real people, not just game pieces. Of course, the show isn't flawless. For newcomers, the sheer density of the lore can be overwhelming. Type Moon's magic systems are notoriously complex, and the show sometimes resorts to lengthy monologues to explain it all, which can stall the pacing between the incredible action scenes. Also, Shiru's initial stubbornness, while thematically necessary, can test your patience. You'll likely find yourself screaming at the screen for him to just listen to Rin for once. It's a hurdle, but one that's worth clearing for the payoff. Everything culminates in one of the most iconic moments in modern anime. When Shiro finally understands and accepts himself, he unleashes his reality marble. The chant itself gives me chills every time. I am the bone of my sword. It's not just a cool power-up. It's the ultimate visual representation of his soul, an infinite wasteland of swords under a sky of fire and gears. This is where he finally faces Archer not as a boy versus a man, but as an ideal confronting its own consequence. It is a breathtaking fusion of action, music, and thematic resolution. So, is Unlimited Blade Works worth your time? Absolutely. If you want a fantasy action series with stunning visuals and a surprisingly deep philosophical core, this is a must-watch. Just be prepared for a hero who is intentionally flawed. This version of Fate Stay Night was released in 2014 by the legendary studio Ufotable, directed by Takahiro Miura. It's an adaptation of the visual novel from Type Moon and is a masterclass in bringing a beloved story to the screen. It is an action and supernatural fantasy that set a new standard for TV anime production. Thanks so much for watching this review on Top Screen Tales. If you enjoyed it, a like and a comment would be amazing. What's your favorite moment from UBW? And more importantly, what anime or series should I break down next? Let me know below.